Hello everyone, my name is Rebecca and welcome back to my Pixel Quest. We're continuing with our blind playthrough of Blueprints into day 87. Let's go! So I've kind of been reflecting on I've been sort of like, I have, I've had these recent priorities, right? Like the blue door, the treasure trove, trying to like figure out how I can get into that real treasure box, the blue memos, all of this sort of stuff has been really front of mind in recent days. And I've been trying bit by bit to kind of push myself to rethink some things, like to sort of question some of my assumptions, but also to sort of go back to things I haven't thought about in a while, in case I kind of make new connections. And this is always something that every now and again I've done with playing this game. So I'm sort of doing that. For example, all right, I've got, the study safe is another thing I've been sort of trying and thinking about in recent times. Again, I haven't been able to get it the last day or two, but I do have at least some new things to try with that. However, even getting study safe, there's still a whole nother safe. I don't know. I don't even know where it is. I don't even know where it is, and I don't know how to get it. But it brings me back to rooms that I've always been suspicious of and things like that. There are that's even a big one. There are so many other like things I haven't been able to make sense of yet, like the picture in the kennel of the cat, like the castle. I mean, I have a lot of things I'm thinking about castle. I'm still like really trying to make connections between all of the various like references that we have to castle, and potentially I'm increasingly thinking drafting throne room, which seems to kind of automatically turn the house into a castle, is a part of that. But nevertheless, like, yeah, there's so many little things throughout the game from kind of all over the place that have been enduring mysteries for me, and I haven't been able to figure out the IOO note that I even have more information about now that's in the grotto. Like I ain't got that one yet either. So yeah, I'm doing that, like, and I suppose I'm just sort of letting you know, like, this is kind of a part of my process now of just trying to question assumptions and rethink things and come up with new things to kind of experiment with and try. Along those lines, even with a recent mystery of mine, a recently reinvigorated mystery, I should say, from day one, I have always thought there's probably a way for me to see some recorded security footage. But it's been recently reinvigorated by the blue memo that we saw in security that basically tells me, yes, this is possible. And I know at least one part of it, that it's through the security terminal, but I don't know what that means yet. And I've mentioned to you guys that I had an idea about maybe it relates to the freezer service. I haven't been able to try that yet. So that's still on the cards. I've thought two more things about that. Could it be related to connecting the security terminal through the RTA to another terminal? It doesn't really seem like that would be it, but then again, I don't know. I just kind of have to sort of think through things it could be, like other things it could be. And another one that I've sort of thought of since the last episode is, what if it's simply a new password? We've been in our mansion terminals, we've just been using Swansong forever. Like originally, before I knew about the grotto, I was trying admin passwords there, and obviously it turns out that the admin passwords go in the grotto servers terminal. But I haven't since then really gone back to go, well, hang on, what if there's an alternative password for the house terminals? Or I should say the grounds, because it includes shelter, but you know what I mean? I don't know. And if it is a new password, I don't know what it is. But maybe that's what it is. Maybe because I suppose I'm just thinking the logic of the grotto terminal was getting a different admin password allowed us to access new things on that terminal. Isn't that what I'm trying to do with the security terminal? I'm trying to access something new that I cannot with my current password. Maybe it is a new password that I'm after. So I'm going to continue to think about that. That's just one thing. That's just one thing. I've been trying to sort of push myself to think a little bit more about other things, that could lead us to opening the blue door, downstairs, the downstairs blue door. And I have a few things that I'm still trying. I'm still trying, to see if blue memos can get me any hints relative, around that. I'm still considering that it could be like getting all of the black prints in the house at the same time, something like that. I had considered if it could be sacred hour, and I didn't quite make it in time to try that yesterday, but I'll give it a go today, just so I know, and then I can discount that theory, see if that's correct. Let's hustle a bit, because I do want to be down there for sacred hour today if I'm at all able. So there's a lot of things like that going on. These are good again. These are good again. Maybe. All right. I have things that I've mentioned to you that I really want to try when I'm able to get tomb here, because particularly that might well be part of the getting all of the black prints in the house thing. You might also need to draft tomb for that here. And I also have things that I want to retry with shrine for absolute sure, because I actually want to keep using shrine until I get the monk blessing again. And all right, because I've also been rethinking, like, what are some possibilities for getting that treasure, the real treasure box, in the treasure trove that you draft in the West Path? What are some other ways of getting that open? So I'm considering things like master key, like I didn't get to try master key with it. So I'd like to just actually have it available to try things like that. However, since I have... All right, I'm thinking two things here. One, do I try a wild berry to see if maybe one of those rooms comes up here, just for fun, just see, just shoot for something? Or should I go for a shelter? Here's the weird thing I'm thinking. Maybe security, maybe the security footage that I'm trying to access could be held in shelter, because it's a very, it's a room that has in the past been relied on as secret enough to hide your most precious people in it, right? From the state, from the authorities. So maybe then it's also secret enough to keep security footage in. I don't know. Like, I don't think I've ever tried connecting the security terminal to shelter. I don't actually need to have shelter drafted for that, though, do I? I'm just gonna like try wild berry here, because I love the idea of... Whoa. Whoa. Okay, I'm so glad I tried this. I thought I thought this would limit me. Oh my god. Pool. What a state you're in. I thought this would limit me to Westpath rooms. I'm going to try wild berry here all the time. Wow. It's just so... That's so interesting to see. Look at the rocks coming into the pool. That is so wild. All right, completely unexpected. I am so glad I tried this. I really thought you know, because obviously when we come to this door and click on it, we are only offered, unless we have used the blessing of the monk the previous day, we are only offered things like Westpath rooms. We're only offered outer rooms. So I thought that the berry, oh my God, I didn't realize even here it would draw from the entire pool. I thought we would still face the same limitation here. And in fact, I have got the pool. Oh, so bizarre. It's so weird. I love getting to see the rooms in this construction. Huh. Wow. All right. I'm really glad I tried this. That is so interesting. And again, it makes me think more about like what room, apart from, you know, we know Treasure Trove has a special role to play out here. But what other rooms could this apply to? I mean, using the berries is a super wild card. I have no say in it whatsoever. It's total random. Disregarding rarity, it's total random. Draft a floor plan at random from your draft pool. I mean, that's what it says, but of course you know, like here we tend to have a limited pool, so I didn't think it would work that way. All right. Whoa, I was looking at this like, what the hell have I drafted? Oh my God, so interesting. Blueprints. You continue to shock me in marvelous ways. You continue to shock me in marvelous ways. Wow. All right. Okay. I really wonder, like, what? I'm just gonna, like, look at this. The pool in the outer room. I'm so tickled. I'm so tickled by this. Okay. So the other thing that we did is we finished yesterday with the moon pendant. So we've ended up with silver spoon and treasure map. Pretty good. And I've also got key card. It's a good start to the day. So going back to things that have been on my list for a little while, if I can, it's not necessarily easy to do this, but if I can, I'd like to really try, and here's the thing, this is probably the same X mark, right? Yeah, it's the same one as it was yesterday. Interesting. It's a little bit difficult to easily get to this one, but what I'd like to try, if possible, is putting cloister here. This is one of the things I've wanted to try with cloister. So let's see if we can let's see if we can work our way there. All right. What time is it? How long have I been going on for? All right. Okay. So let's draft for a little bit. And, you know, if I go down there to try out Sacred Hour with the blue door, even if I'm early, it's fine. It's fine. We can while away the time. Well, I've used Parlor now to get its blue memo, so I don't need to hold on to it for that reason. And we do have keycard today, so that's a nice amount of assurance. I'm a little bit thinking, like, what a great placement for conference room, though. You know, like right next to entrance hall. Because sometimes when you get stuck, like let's say I'm getting stuck with steps or something like that, and if I'm able to spread fruit or something, I know if I can just get back to entrance hall, this is only going to be a step away, you know? I'm sort of thinking that's a bit of a nice placement. And it does give me 2 exits as well. All right. Excellent. I'm liking that. Drawing room is still one I have to use with blue notes, but I mean, there's just dozens. And I think what I learned in the last day is that there's even more than I thought, because I think each of the classrooms is most likely going to have its own individual blue memo. So there's a lot. Maybe I'll just go closet here. Let's just get the items. Great. So we're starting with a redraw and another gem. I like that. Okay. Let's go up here. Oh, I do need keys. I do need keys, so Nook would probably be pretty good here. Hallway's also pretty good, but it does also go to the same place as conference room goes to, and I don't have the means to open the trunk yet. So let's key up. This goes in the right direction. Great. And if I do really need to get a few keys if I'm going to go up to foundation. Cool. Okay, I don't want to go into the closet. I like the idea of taking workshop over here and getting a great tool, shovel. Nice. Which will definitely, I always do the special order with shovel, so that'll definitely be in the commissary anyway. Interesting. And the fact that we have pool already drafted now opens up the possibility of getting the blue memo from like pump room as well. So H is our next letter. Okay, let's go on from here. Obviously a north-south would have been good. So absolutely nothing is going to take me into the corner. Do I sacrifice the corner, or do I try a wild berry just for fun? I kind of want to try the wild berry. Like, I think I can live with something random on this spot. Let's give it a go. Oh, nice. Okay, well, I ended up losing the corner anyway. However, gem. I'm not going to spread gold with the number of. I'm going to spread gold with the number of things that I have going on in here. I'm still completely enthralled by what the blue memo in here refers to. I've sort of, I don't know if I've gone much further with my thinking since what I explained to you yesterday. Okay. However, what I am thinking, see, even here we get last password. It doesn't necessarily, but it does a little bit suggest that there could be a different password, right? What I wanted to check, so there's definitely, you know, for this one, there's no way to do lowercase and uppercase. Spaces are possible though. It's just letters, but letters plus spaces is a possibility. Yeah, as expected. The reason I thought about that is I was thinking that is what's written on the car, right? Like Swan Song without the A. And because of, I'm still considering, what does this blue memo that we saw in the pantry relate to? And it says there is a letter missing. It probably isn't this, because why would that be in the pantry? But I'm just kind of, my brain is just pew, 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 like shooting around, like what could this be? So what if I just do, I've probably tried this as well in the early days. In the early days before I knew the password was Swan Song, but I saw, you know, I saw the car license plate. I've probably already tried this, but here I am. I'm going to try it again. G. Yeah, okay, right, done. I don't have to think about that anymore. Tried. All right, so maybe I'll turn my mind to what could an alternative password be from the vast array of knowledge that I have. Okay, staff services, announcements, nothing new today. Special orders. I'm going to keep doing shovel. I don't see any reason to do otherwise. It's still just, I love having a day with a guaranteed shovel, and it's frustrating to not be able to get access to a shovel. No other email. I'm just having another look at these. December 7. That's just Anne talking about the announcements. Okay. Okay, now, I don't know, like maybe what I should do is hold out on using the RTA here and see if I can draft security and then just try using the RTA from security. I don't know what difference it could possibly make. The data packets is of course one of the other things that the security that could be relevant for the security footage, but I don't know, I keep checking and there's nothing new there. So, we had to do something to trigger something new there before with the satellite. Maybe that's the case again. All right. Okay. I've had a few other ideas around the place, but I'll see how I go before I kind of deal with some of them. Just so I'm not talking to you for an hour. I got some gems. I've got a small amount of keys. Maybe it's just nice to get kitchen, since these are all heading in the same direction. And then I know I have some assurance around steps as well. Okay, I like that. I like that. So club sandwich, and today we got chef salad. All right, and porterhouse steak. Okay, and you might be able to hear the pages turning. I'm going back to my notebook. The reason why I'm going back to my notebook is that I'm trying to make sure that I have a comprehensive list of all of the meals that I've seen in the dining room, not just rely on my own memory. There we go. Because I've been told by the blue notes in the dining room that there are 10 meals possible there, and I don't think I've seen 10 meals there. So I want to make sure. So many mysteries left in this house. I just have to kind of keep rethinking things every now and again. Okay. Den is good, but I feel like I don't really necessarily want to waste a good old 3 exit room. So I'm going to do a spare green room here. Looks like there's a gem in there. Let's go forward. All right, so this is the spot for parlor then. Let's however, I do still want to keep putting parlor in different spots to fill out my parlor map. So there is that. There is that. And I definitely have already had parlor on this spot. It's a consideration. Hang on, or have I not? Actually, I haven't had parlor exactly here. It's the only place in the lower ranks I haven't tried it yet. That is so bizarre. Oh, well, 100% parlor. All right, cool. This just gives me some more info for my map. Nothing as expected. Because so far this symbol that is sometimes there has only showed up on the edges of the mansion. Not even consistently. All right. The blue box has 2 false statements. The box with 2 true statements has the gems. All right, if this is true, this is really helpful. We'll see. If it's true, then if both of these are true, then the gems are in here as well. The black box has a false statement. The gems are not in the box with 2 false statements. The white box has a true statement. The black box has a true statement. Well, that cannot be... So this one is definitely not the true box, because there has to be a false box. So if this is true, then it itself cannot be true. So this one is definitely not true. Cool. That's at least something. The gems are not in the box with 2 false statements. Okay, so we have 2 gem statements. All right, so let's do our thing. Let's assume, let's try out if this one is a true box. The blue box has 2 false statements. Yes, let's imagine that it does. The box with 2 true statements has the gems. In this scenario, that would make it this one. And so this one can be any combo. All right. The black box has a false statement. So in this scenario, that has to be false, because the black box has 2 true statements in this scenario. The gems are not in the box with 2 false statements. The gems are not in the box with 2 false statements. If I imagine that this one is true, and it does say the box with 2 false statements, sort of implying that there's only one. So if I imagine this is false true, then the gems are not in here, but we kind of already know that they're in here, in this scenario, that is. So far, that works out. Yeah, if we imagine that. And then this one has to be false. So let's see if this makes sense. The white box has a true statement. That has to be, it does. But this has to be false. So this is incorrect. And the black box has a true statement, has to be false, but it does have a false statement. So we can throw this combo of things out. Yeah, and even in that scenario, if I imagine this one is false, the gems are not in the box with 2 false statements, means the gems are in the box with 2 false statements, but that contradicts this one. The box with 2 true statements has the gems. So that doesn't work at all. This one cannot be true. This one cannot be true. Let's imagine that this one is false. If this one is false, then the blue box has 2 false statements. It does not. It must have at least 1 true statement. The box with 2 true statements has the gems, and this is false. So the box with the 2 true statements does not have the gems. All right. Let's imagine, I suppose, that maybe this one is true. The black box has a false statement. I mean, it does in this scenario. In fact, it has 2. So, I mean, that works, though it's a little bit weird that it says a false statement. The gems are not in the box with 2 false statements. If this is true, then the gems are not in this box. The gems are not in the box with 2 false statements. And the gems are not in the box with 2 true statements. So not in this box and not in this box in this scenario. Okay. This one is, it doesn't have to be, but it's most likely a combo, and it has to have at least 1 true statement. The white box has a true statement. Well, in this scenario, it does, so that would have to be true. The black box has a true statement. It does not in this scenario. So that one would have to be false. So it seems like it does work out if this one is false. If this one is true, and if this one is true, false. Yeah. And that in this one, what do we know about the gems? The box with 2 true statements has the gems. This is false. So the box with 2 true statements, the gems are not in the white box. The gems, but this one is true, the gems are not in the box with 2 false statements. So not here, meaning the gems are in the blue box. This one works out. And it means the gems are in here. However, let me just consider one more thing to see if I'm making sense here. Let's imagine this one is a true-false box. Let's first imagine true-false. The blue box has 2 false statements. Okay. And the box with 2, so we'll imagine that's true. And then the false statement, the box with 2 true statements has the gems. Okay. Meaning if this one is true-false, and if it's true that this one is false-false, then this one has to be true by default. So we can just see if that works out. And the box with 2 true statements does not have the gems, so they're not in here. Okay. So this one needs to be true. The black box has a false statement. Yes, it does. The gems are not in the box with 2 false statements, which would be this one. Sorry, hang on. This one is true in this scenario. So the gems are not in this box with 2 false statements. And according to this one, the bottom statement is false, meaning the box with 2 true statements does not have the gems. So far the gems are not in here and are not in here, and would have to be in here. But let's see if this works out. This has to be the false box. The white box has a true statement. That has to be false. And the white box does have a true statement. So this just doesn't work. This does, in fact, both of them. The white box has a true statement. Yeah, this has to be false. The black box has a true statement. And it does have a true statement. So yeah, it can't be false. All right. I think then that the one that works out for me is false, true, false, and the gems are in here. Not really feeling super sure of myself. Ooh, but there we go. Oh man, thank you, Herbert. Thank you, Herbert. And nothing else in the room. Okay, so let's head up a little bit. This would be a really good place for a hallway. Yep, this is a good hallway spot. I love it. Big fan. Okay. With only 2 keys, I'm not really super keen to use them here. The further I draft though, the more, yeah, like I'd like to see, okay, locked, understood. Let's try from here. Not locked. Ooh, hello dining room. Interesting to have you down here. I don't normally see you this low. It is an excellent room for this spot, honestly. I cannot deny it is an excellent room for this spot. Let's do it. Okay. So maybe I'm not at rank 5 yet, so we cannot enjoy our lunch. Let's just see if there are other items here. Okay. Let's try drafting down here, and this could even potentially be a dead end. Oh man. So tunnel is still definitely something I want to experiment with, but like not here. Not here. I don't want to just tunnel 2 spots down here. I want to do a massive tunnel like all along north or south in the house, most likely northwards, right? So at the moment that would only be possible in the west wing. However, I have something else I'm interested in trying in the West Wing. One idea I've been playing with for a little while, but I have not actioned, is actually choosing. So I keep, with my chess power, when I reach rank 8, I keep going between armory and rook, armory and rook. I find that I'm a bit afraid of the gambit, the queen's gambit, or the gambit of the queen, however it's phrased, because of the step loss. And on the face of it, it says you just get a key for each thing that you draft. However, I am wondering, is it possible, I wonder to myself, I say to myself, I think, is it possible that maybe you can get a special key by doing the whole gambit down the west wing? Maybe, like, most likely not. It's just, but it's an idea I'm playing with. It's something I'd be interested to try. Anyway, none of these are great for this spot, but that's okay. I did say it was all right to dead end. So maybe let's go and put break room here. Okay. And let's see what we can get. Cool. All right, so 8 plus 13, 21. Then minus 120 times 5, 100 divided by 10, 10. So starting with 5, jumping to, okay, so 5 divided by 5, 1 divided by 5 again. And then this is half, so this is 5 multiplied by 5. Okay, so we're just going back to 1. Got it? No! Whoops, I made a mistake. No, this is twice, not half. Twice. So it was actually, where were we? We're on 0.2, and this is actually multiplied by 20, so it's 2. 2, 2, 2, 2. All right. No. Hang on, I've gone back to the beginning. Okay, I've made hang on, I've made a mistake then. Let me start again. Let's do this carefully. So, 5. We've got no modifiers in the middle. No bullseye modifiers. 5. And then it's, I'm not missing anything, right? It's just divided by 5, which is 1. But then we're dividing by 5 again, which is 0.2. This is double. Surely that means multiplied by 20. Oh, 4. All right, that's just bad maths there. My brain went double what you had. Okay. Keys is good. So I mean, I could kind of, like, I could happily go up to foundation with this amount of keys, I think. Maybe let's just do this next one while we're here. Well, I wouldn't get the key benefit from bunk room. Library? I mean, I do like the less common floor plans thing. It's been a while. Let's put library here. Obviously, library is still on the list for things that I need to... I always wonder if these are going to get used for anything at some point. Library is still on the list of things to get the blue memo in, but we'll do that another time. Can I have a little... Whoops. I started sending myself down. It's nice to take a look at this. 14 upgrades. I think there's just 2 left. 2 left. Okay. Keep in mind, by the way, these hours are not accurate because I've several times had to leave the game on for like, you know, a long time, and in some cases overnight. So those are not hours like that I've actually played, by the way. The hours I've actually played are all, you know, the ones that are represented in the episodes here. Cool. Top 3 checked items, Vault Key 304, because I had that for a while before realizing I could actually use it. Cool. Yeah, workshop always. I love workshop. Nice. Look at that. 400 gold for blue tents. My largest purchase. Most avoided floor plans. Yeah, I feel bad. There's probably like some really cool stuff going on in Planetarium, but it's, you know, it's a dead-end room. It's often just not... It's often not, you know, convenient to give it a try. Servants' quarters, yeah. Indoor nursery. Poor indoor nursery. Another new floor plan that hasn't really gotten its dues. I love this. I don't know if I've ever said this. I love this little drawing here, this beautiful illustration of the holly. Yeah, still got to try that again. Okay, cool. Let's see, like, what we can get from library. You know, like, back in the day, it was all bookshop. Like, that was the only thing I was really interested in. But I'm interested in just what other things come up for library now. Okay. Fairly ordinary rooms. None of them are amazing. None of them are amazing in terms of being able to use them to their full, you know, their full benefit. Let's just put aquarium here just for the extra exit. Okay. On that, at some point I have to turn back. Maybe I should just check. What if it's got an important item in it? Okay, compass. Let's just dig this. Rock. Unremarkable rock. Great. It was all worth it. Okay. Let's turn back at this point. And we're heading hallway. I've got enough keys to open this trunk comfortably, I think. Yeah. Would have been nice to like come across sledgehammer already, but cool, let's take that. Parlor. And we might as well, while we're passing through kitchen, buy up some steps. Club sandwich, thank you. And look at that. Huge benefits. Huge benefits. Great. I'm gonna get all of the bananas. I'll leave the chef salad just in case for later. Nice. Nice. That's all good. And then, yeah. I don't know. I would like to connect to security. All right. Look, we've got over 100 steps. 100 steps now. 99 steps. Anyway, we have a lot of steps now. So let's go and do these other lower rank sections here. Oh, hello. Banana. Dang, back over 100 steps again. It's so good. It feels really appropriate that there's just a single banana in the conference room as well. It just seems like sort of typical kind of bad, you know, catering, like kind of lame catering. None of these are great, but like I might as well just put commissary here and have it be a dead end commissary. This sledgehammer, so I didn't need to use that key. Cool. We might as well just get everything. I got so much money, and you know, I definitely want to be able to buy things in showroom if I can, but I just feel like I'm definitely going to keep coming across money, so it's okay. All right. Oh, conservatory, yes, 100%. That is what I want corners for. That is what I want corners for. coin. All right, let's check carefully because last time I missed a whole item in here because I wasn't checking carefully enough. All right, coin. Great. Hey, hey. Hello. Hello, conservatory. Oh, what a good selection. What a great selection. This couldn't be better. Treasure trove, unusual. Freaking hell no. Freaking hell no. You are. I don't like to make too many things commonplace, but you are commonplace. Commonplace. Do you know this thing probably gets me 95 coins today? And so after I think, if I've kept correct notes, after this, it's going to get me 100 plus for the rest of time. 100 plus every time I draft it. Commonplace room, yes. And it's not even a dead end room. It's not a dead end room. It's a corner room. That's a perfectly lovely kind of room to have. Commonplace is great. Treasure trove, welcome, welcome to a whole new world of treasure trove. I love it. And of course, this is great not only for money and not only for treasure trove box secrets, and not only because it's a corner room, but it's great because it's a black print. And I do want to like keep experimenting with drafting lots of black prints and things like that. Oh, mwah. Chef Kiss Conservatory. This is a great one today. This is a great one. Gift shop. Now, I've pretty much bought everything that's possible in gift shop, but what I will say is it's still a great room. It's a free, I believe. It's a free. Yeah, there's no drafting cost. It's a free 3 exit room. It's just a good room to move within, and I just like it. Okay, I've always loved gift shop, and even if I don't have anything to buy in gift shop, which is just like in my real life, I love visiting like museum gift shops and things like that, sometimes more than the museum. I just enjoy, like, sometimes you just get really great designed products in there, and I don't buy them necessarily, rarely I would say, but it's just fun. It's just fun to see the creativity that's involved in creating things that are based on other things. I don't know how else to put it. I really like it. So standard, this is a great standard room. I'm very happy to see it more often. And it's still, to be honest, it's still the room that has a big blue Mount Holly symbol in it, which is the same as our door downstairs. Beside that relating to the blue tents, I don't know what else to do with that information. However, it's just kind of generally of interest. Confirm. So good. Great hall. It's actually a good room. The more that I am comfortable key-wise, just I have more and more ways to try unlocking things. It's a good room. It's got a lever in it. Many exits. I'm happy to go standard for this one. Like, I'm happy to see it a bit more often because just more easy access to room 46 is good. Confirm. Okay, great. Confirm. That, I love this one so much. Oh man, all 3 of them are great, but nothing is as great as making treasure trove a commonplace room. Let me just double check. Commonplace. Commonplace. I'm so pleased. I'm so pleased with that. Okay. All right. Today is not going to be the day that I try the Queen's Gambit, so I'm not going to save the West Path. It wouldn't be a bad day to try it, except that I've already started drafting in it. And look, it's a really out there theory, so I don't necessarily think it's going to do anything, but I definitely like to give it a go. But today's not the day. So let's draft up a bit if we can. Maybe Den. And, I've totally passed. So, you know what? Whatever. I've been having a good time. I'll do it another time. The whole, the blue door could open during Sacred Hour thing. Look, it could be correct. And if it's correct, you guys are yeah, you know, like throwing things at the screen and being frustrated and shaking your damn heads. I don't mean that you have damn heads. You know what I mean. And all of that. However, I don't really think that this is the way to get the blue room open. I think I definitely will still try it. I definitely will still try it, but it's just not at the top of my list of things I really think are the thing, you know? So I don't, yeah, like I'm not heartbroken. I'm not heartbroken to put it off for one more day. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, Den. What's your deal? What's your deal, Den? What's your deal? I've already used you now, so we won't be getting your blue memo today. Unless I get Chamber of Mirrors. It's actually still possible. Look, there we go! I won't be able to use the corner aspect of Treasure Trove, but, like, hell yes. Like, hell yes. Let's do it now. And then it's done. We have, oh, hey, Pink Moon. Pink Moon. Hello, my little box. Pink Moon, I think I've been hearing some things about you. I think some of the other boxes have had some things to say about you. So this is our 18th. 18th. This is our 18th Treasure Trove box. Pink Moon. Pink Moon. Supposedly you are full of lies. That's what I've been hearing. Pink boxes with moons always contain false statements. And all of the evidence backs this up. This will take a key, but I'm gonna do it. I'm here now. Green. Ah ha 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 ha. Green. So this is a lie. I am fairly sure you have seen all the memos that appear in this room. You have seen all the memos. This is me writing it down. That appear in this room. I have to say, I feel like it's trying to get me to stop before possibly the most interesting memo of all. That could be the case, right? It's trying to throw me off the scent. Just noticing this like dark pink bit that's at the back of the box there. Okay, don't know why. Check it out. All right, so we're on 36 coins currently. Look at these riches. Ooh, 131. Yeah, so I was right. We're on 95. So that means the next time we draft, it's 100. 100 buckaroos. 100 buckaroos that I'm getting from this room. So good. So good. Okay. All right, so we head back down from here. I've only got 2 keys now. It's not quite as good, but I have no regrets. I have no regrets. This has been a really fun series of, yeah, really fun bunch of rooms that we've drafted here. Okay. I think this is enough. Look at our steps. Our steps is so good. Yeah. I think this is enough. And I'm just reminding myself. 4, 5, 6. So just up here. If I can get cloister here, that'd be really, really good. Really, really good. It might be good to have gone from aquarium to try that, but whatever. This is our turn back point. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, hang on. Before that, I've got 2 trunks waiting for me in the pool. And I have an outside pool today, kind of. Amazing. I have a whole new kind of pool today. I like the berry picker so much more now. Hey, that's super handy. That's how you get into the antechamber right there. That's how you do that. Oh, good. And another key. Oh, that's really good. That's really good. Really good. Thank you, Paul. It's my lovely outdoor pool. It's a new kind of luxury for the estate. So good. So good. While I'm out here, because I would like to go and at least take a look at the blue door today. I'm going to grab the microchips already, since we're already on the grounds. Hello, microchips. I feel sad that door closes, because it's one of my happiest moments in this game. And that's not, you know, like, that's only a good thing. It was such a memorable, amazing moment. Are these red because I've taken these out? Yeah, and then they go blue. That's what it is. Hang on. Could that be... Could that be the key to using the freezer servers? Because wasn't it that... I gotta have a look at that note that's in the freezer now. Wasn't it that those servers were there if all of this went offline? And I guess I probably never would have made it into freezer. I probably never would have made it into freezer before I even got all of these in here. Oh, that could be something. That could be something. None of this is affected though, because I didn't have all of the... Yeah, I didn't have all of the microchips while I was, you know, in the grotto. That took time. But I probably accessed and thawed the back room of freezer so late. I could imagine that it was past the time when I'd already found the throne, maybe. Huh. Maybe. Could that be it? Let me pull up my freezer note. I'm just looking through the photos on my phone. I should be able to find it because it'll be next to a photo of the servers themselves. Most likely. Yeah, there we go. The network servers are finally... This is a note from Denny Ravane. The network servers are finally out of cold storage, or at least as many as we could fit into surrounding walls of the grotto off the East Drive. The last few days have been busy, but I'm glad I was able to take a short break from gardening to help Randolph install the network. It was, after all, the least he could do, since it was I who suggested the final location. We decided that we are going to store the 2 unused servers here in Mount Holly's freezer. They should serve as readily accessible replacements should any of the primary consoles fail. Would this count as failing? Because, I mean, this still works. The terminal still works. The terminal still works. Yeah, this is... I don't know, it's just been a while. I'm just kind of looking again. I still struggle with this one. The default setting immediate requires a new connection each time the user attempts to log into the network. But that's already the case. Maybe I should play around with just changing it. It does say that's the default setting. Let's just do that. Okay. Alright, so everything is red again. This is probably what it was. But does this count as failing though? I mean, it's on. It has not failed. You know? It is on. You know, like this must have a relation. Like, why is it stuck here? It's stuck here. Somebody stuck it here. It has a relationship to the servers. Why does that one have like two weird screens? You know, why are these screens? Why are there bits missing here? And why are these ones off, and can they be not off? But this is like, see, to me, this seems to be already fulfilling. Surely these are the primary, you know, what do they say? The primary consoles. Are these consoles? I suppose it's not what I would call, they're servers, right? They're servers the same as the ones in the freezer. Surely this is a console. How do I make anything here fail? Like, cut this somehow? Electromagnet? Mess with it in some way? It doesn't say any of the but the fact that they're saying that the servers in the freezer are a replacement makes me think it's these things that fail, and therefore the servers in the freezer get used. These ones are already, surely these are failed already. These are already failed. And it is notable that in the freezer, you know, these ones, the other servers, they have blue lights. They have blue light. These are red lights. The servers... Like, I would say, that suggests to me that the servers in the freezer are on. They are on. I really want to... If I can get furnace and freezer today, maybe I can play around with this idea a little bit more. Okay. Got all my microchips, though. Cool. Curious. See, this is what I mean. I know I have to like revisit things and just kind of, you know, keep trying some stuff. Thank you, Sneakers. I see you. I see what you're doing there. Sneakily helping me out. All right. I think, yeah, let's go to the effort. Let's go and get the other little gem, because I've only got 5. And I don't have the emerald bracelet yet, if I'm going to get it at all. So I think it's worth it. You know, these gems could get eaten up real quick. Let's do it. We can open the lever. Let's get nice and set up for this drafting. 2 more. So I have like a couple, I now have like a couple of different thoughts about those freezer servers. I'm like, what is this? What is this? What is it? It's the, it's this. It's the tunnel. Alright, by 8. Let's make you mate. It's gone. I can't try it. I just noticed that has a red arrow on the other side of it. Could that mean there's a button on the other side? as well that I haven't noticed? And if so, maybe that's the reason why I have to do this anew each time. Castle Oris, wait for me. I'm slowly figuring it out. Slowly figuring it out. Okay. Well, next time I go there, I'm gonna try that and see if there's another button on the other side. What that could mean, I have no idea. Like, what else would it do? It just locks that door. It's a simple door. It's a simple lock and a simple door. Open! Oh, just using that opportunity to stretch a little bit. Okay, cool. Cool. Now, again, there's so many little things that I want to try. Even things like just getting throne room, and after getting throne room, going into room 46 and just seeing if that means anything. Yeah, all kinds of things like that. I'd love to get study for the obvious huge benefits of it. But I also, you know, I don't have high hopes for any of the new ways of thinking I've come up with, but I'd just like to try it as well. But I definitely want it for redrafting purposes. Yay. And in terms of like the rooms, I'd really like to get the blue memos in. God, there's just a lot. I mean, you know, I would have thought, for example, room 8 would have an amazing blue memo. It had a very, unless it does, and I'm misinterpreting it, but I think it just has a very, it's just related to the puzzle in that room, which I've already solved. Whereas pantry, why does pantry have such an interesting one? You know? Hey, it's dinner time. Great. Yeah, so there's a lot of unexpected things. There we go. It always, when you come up the elevator, it takes a few seconds to kick in. Okay, I still really want armory. I really want to like be able to axe some more gem costs. So let's do it. But maybe, yeah, maybe even tomorrow I could try the gambit if it works out that way. Alright. It's not bad. I've only got one redraw. I would really like to get some more redraw possibilities. Okay, so you're locked. These could all be locked. Let's keep that in mind. Drawing room is pretty good, and I just would be able to, I would really hope that from drawing room we're able to draft something that will go east. That would be super helpful. If from drawing room this central door is locked, that'll be ideal, because yeah, then we'll be able to, just want to make sure I'm checking for other items, because I don't have a metal detector to do the work for me today. Yeah, if this one here is locked, that'll be great. We can use secret garden key. Oh, so good. Yes. Yes. And this also lets me easily draft blue room here as well. Excellent. Okay, no other items. We'll have a big bunch of fruit in... Yeah, I don't know. Should I hang out for jackhammer? It's not... not really feeling like it's happening. I don't have any of the other parts for it. Whereas I might be able to pick up some keys. That's it. It just seems to be... It's money or nothing at the moment. Money. Why am I blessed with riches when I already have so many other ways to enrich myself right now? If anything, I'd be happy with coins even disappearing from dig spots so that I could get more keys. That'd actually be more useful. Alright, cool. God, it's been a minute since I've had this west side of antechamber open, honestly. And it's the easiest side for me to access. So it's worth noting that the space I'm about to draft into rank 8 is a great space for garage. However, I am pretty sure I probably, fingers crossed, need to get the car keys before doing that. So if that's an option, I don't think it's worthwhile. I don't think I can really... Oh, just shifting my chair. I don't think I can really like bank on trying to, you know, being able to find the car keys anywhere. I don't think there's enough certainty around that. So yeah, we might as well go ahead and do a blue room here. Only 2 keys leaves me concerned because I might even need them here. Maybe, can I draft... This is a precarious spot as well because this is going to fully dictate whether I can do these other spots down here. This one I really need to be able to go here. Ideally, I do have aquarium as a backup, so that is something. So I've kind of got... I really would like to have more redraws from any of these spots, basically. Alright, let's just try this. Okay. Alright, well, Rumpus Room then might be ideal because it'll at least get us a bit further. Yep. Let's do that. Uses a gem. Gives us some coins, and we get to see our good buddy Elzar, who's just in hibernation mode at the moment. Let's try. Oh, keys. Elzar, do you have any keys around? Keys. Key. Like, if I'm going to use... If I only have 2 keys to work with, this is not where I ideally want to use them. Good thing I got a ton of steps. Let's try from drawing room then. And remembering that we can use a redraw here if need be. Oh. What? Why is it one of these days? Why is it one of these days? It makes me nervous. Makes me nervous. Alright. The thing with this spot is aquarium provides an alternative. So maybe let's try up here. It's just that I really want this to work out for access to antechamber. But even getting into antechamber and getting the crown is not going to help me with the key problem. So maybe let's just try digging. Pebbles. I don't even have metal detector or anything to make this more likely. Old tin can. God, I could really use a key. There's not even another dig spot. Okay. Alright. Let's hope. Okay. Dovecote, at least. Look, I do really want freezer, but not here and not now, that's for sure. At least if I get this, we can rotate Dovecote. I would have liked to have been able to go west as well, but maybe Secret Garden can help us there. At least this gets us into antechamber. And because we have both sides open, we can also draft from antechamber. It's been a little while since that's been an option. Alright, we also get dig spots. Unfortunately, it means I can't use Dovecote to get, to get the blue memo. Sorry, PG. But, oh, that's very nice. Almost back over 100 steps. Okay. Look, Steps is great today. Steps is freaking great today. It's been a little while since I've looked at this. So curious. So curious what the... Okay, might as well pick that up. Let's head on in. Hello, it's me again. Yes, I still haven't figured out any more secrets. I'll be taking this though, thank you. Yeah, I know. I know there's things. I know there's things to be had in here. I haven't made it here in Sacred Hour yet. Dang. Oh, why? Why am I being plagued with so many locked doors today? I've got other options down here. Aquarium and hallway. But I know this one is locked already, right? This one is locked. I don't know about this one. This is crazy. How could I have so many locked doors? This is tough. I guess I'm thinking this is my most important one. So actually, like if this is a good draft, you know, it'll make a lot of things easier. Let's try from here. Indeed. Look. I am curious to see what the blue note in coat check is. An emerald bracelet will be helpful, but not key helpful. It would actually be super good. No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. I was going to say it would be super good to be able to put bunk room here because I think I have 2 hallways with hallway and aquarium. But it would actually... It doesn't give me lots of keys. It just doubles my key count and I only have 1. So it would only slightly help anyway at the expense of a blue room. Oh man, I hate putting a dead end here because it doesn't give me any more non-key rooms. However, I have already gotten the blue note in boiler room. So using this would essentially sacrifice a space for getting a blue note, but it might help further my day. Wildberry is very wild. I don't even know, you know, if I would get a blue room or anything like that. I mean, for all I know, the door from boiler room, further from boiler room, could also be locked. So this is a tricky one. I cannot believe the number of locked doors I'm facing here. Okay. Maybe let's just take the opportunity to put coat check here. We get the emerald bracelet. I've only got 1 redraw anyway, and I might not get any blue rooms if I use that. Ding ding. Retrieve. Alright, so we've got our emerald bracelet. Now, surely there's not that many places this blue note could be hiding. It's over here. Oh, it's a bit sneaky there. Haha. Ah, code check is drawn slightly more often the day after checking a new item. I don't know if I ever noticed that. Because I feel like very often I've put stuff in here and then like had trouble getting it again. Okay. Interesting to know. Interesting to know that it works that way. Whether I actually get the benefit of it, like it's only slightly more often, so. Okay, coat check. Coat check done. Drawn slightly more often day after. And it only says the day after checking a new item. So it's sort of like, you know, not day 2, not day 3. Still cool. Cool. All right, done. And at least we've got emerald brain. So I'm great for steps. I'm great for money, and I am great for gems. But I have my good old key issue. And I have 1 key left. Given the tricky situation I'm in, I'm thinking it might be smart to actually go all the way around and to draft from aquarium, just because it means whatever I draft, you know, I will be able to draft, as long as it's not a dead room, I'll be able to draft exits that go somewhere. That's my thinking. I'm very good for steps, so I think that's sort of the smartest way of doing this. Because I don't have enough redraws to sort of mess about with one particular space if I can help it. And I don't know if that door is locked, so it would be really ideal if it wasn't. Really ideal. And it would also be great if I could get showroom, because I could most certainly, you know, if it's there, I could most certainly afford the master key. But otherwise, just some more keys would be nice. More keys would be nice. And to be honest, even though I wanted to try, like, look, since I'm back here anyway, even though I wanted to try, like, drafting security and using the RTA from there specifically, I don't think it's worth it in this circumstance. It's not a big enough experiment that I think it really matters. So let's just do what we can for our access. I'm having access issues. Let's do what we can to help that out. Kind of like hearing, it's a very nostalgic sound for me. I grew up with you know, the beginning of the internet like that era of early internet anyway. Remote terminal access, thank you. I mean, I could even try a laboratory and there might be like a key, you know, like a helpful key experiment, but maybe at the very least this might help to minimize our locked doors. Okay, there's a gem somewhere or other, and we have fruit in the conference room. Got it. And unlocked, confirm. Cool. What could this be? I'm just thinking, how do I access this footage? I mean, I can't do it from this terminal anyway, so. But I'm just like thinking. It's the exact same menu if I go in, you know, if I access that terminal. Okay. Well, I have I don't need the salad. I have so many steps and I've got all of this fruit waiting for me in the conference room. Okay. So aquarium. Yeah, we're going this way anyway, actually, aren't we? Since I'm here, I'm just going to grab this fruit. It's a small thing. I have so many steps. There we go. Look how many steps this is going to get me. This is absolutely bananas. It's absolutely bananas, and yet none of those things were a banana. Okay, great. Where have I missed a gem, I wonder? Hang on. What green rooms have I got? Spread through fruit, spare green room, and yeah, conservatory. Okay. I did pick up the one in the drawing room. Sure, I picked up the one in the den. Surely. And I got everything in here. Okay. Back through. There's nothing. Compass and shovel, that's detector. That's the, what is it? The detector rod or whatever. Not detector. Dowsing rod. Right? Maybe dowsing rod. It ruins my shovel. Yeah. Okay. I got this one. I got that gem. There's no other sneaky gems that I can see in here. Okay. There's a very good chance I will not need that salad today. Alright. No sneaky gems in here. And I got these ones. Okay, now this one is locked, right? This one is locked. Sneaky gem. I mean, might as well. Might as well. Wow, I can... Did I get any steps from that? I've been on rank 5, for sure. And what does this need? This needs showroom. I mean, it's fine. I don't know if showroom's going to happen, but let's just have the satisfaction of eating. Okay. Look at that. We already, like, that's ridiculous. That's a ridiculous amount of steps. Did I miss a gem in here? I don't really need... I wonder if there are any new books. Are there any new books? It's been so long since I've looked at this. The above signee is responsible for all materials checked out using this form and understands new requests cannot be made on days in which a previously requested book or periodical has been pulled. Good times. I don't know, I'm just like, what if I just get something for the hell of it? I wonder if there's anything I have missed in any of the books. I have looked at everything in every way I can possibly imagine. There's still mysteries in a new clue for absolute sure. So sometimes I just think, let's just get it. And then, then I can, you know, just flip through it in a way that's not flipping through it on my phone. Anyway, all right. So, did I miss a gem here? No, I did not. No. All right. It would be really nice if this is not a locked door. Why? Why is this happening to me? I guess this is it. We just use this key here and we hope. We hope. Okay. Gift shop could save me here. Alternatively, I could try secret passage, get a gold room, and hope that locksmith is one of them. Of course, attic might also have, there's a good chance attic will have keys. So there's a logic to any of these. Gift shop has more exits, but I risk them both being locked. However, if I were to get secret passage, what gold rooms would be up for grabs? Okay, so we have commissary, we have kitchen, we have aquarium. That still leaves locksmith, casino, gift shop, and maybe bookshop if it comes up during these. Let me just double check. Let me double check on my phone where I have this. Yeah, commissary, kitchen, showroom as well, and armory, and laundry, actually. So even with aquarium, that still leaves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 possible rooms. So that's not really good odds. It's not great odds for getting locksmith. And if I were to get something like laundry room, then it's a dead end. Which, yeah, like would get me nowhere. So it's not a good bet. In fact, showroom would also be a dead end because it would be in the space above and go straight ahead. Locksmith would be a dead end, but it would open up, possibilities for me. Bookshop would probably also be a dead end, most likely. Armory, yeah. So, weird as it is, although it's the absolute opposite of what I said I was going to use this space for, look, so far you have seen the amount of locked doors I have. Let's count them. From antechamber, from secret garden, from rumpus room, from drawing room, from hallway. That's crazy. I don't like the odds of these ones also not being regular locked doors, and if they are, there's nothing I can do about it. Like, there's no other way for me to get keys. So I think attic is the most... It has the most chance of delivering keys for me. If this is an attic day without keys, oh my god. Oh, okay, there's a key. There's a key. At least one key. One key. Money? I don't need that money. I need keys. Key. Okay, key. Great. Okay, God. I mean, it's not great, but it's something. It's freaking something. It's something. Okay, that was probably the 8. Oh my God. All right. We'll see how far this gets us. I think that was the smartest thing that I could have chosen, given my options. So, we go back and try from hallway now, I guess. It's the next best thing to try. Oh my God. Again, only one redraw. Basement keys. No help. Alright. Okay. So break room is always a key room in some way, so that might actually be the best bet. Observatory could give me keys. Passageway gives me 2 more exits. However, it's sort of the same issue as gift shop, in that passageway I find seems to have a tendency to have locked rooms. I don't know if that's true or not, but it's just kind of the way it sort of feels to me. So I think the most certainty probably just comes from break room. Alright. Really just, I don't know. Like, maybe getting 2 keys is the best possible outcome here. Or lockpick kit, Lockpick kit. Okay. Alright. Here we go. We can do this. So we're starting with 10. And then 10 multiplied by 15, so 150, which we're rounding. What do I do with 150? Do I round up or do I round down? I don't know. I don't know if there's a sort of a tendency in the rules of maths for this. I'll try 200, and then from 200 we are dividing by 10 and dividing by 10. So that would get me 2. Okay, correct. Interesting pattern. This kind of just makes a cool looking pattern. Alright, so with this one we're rounding to tens. So 3 plus 2 plus 1, 6, and then we're rounding up to 10. Cool. Then we're just doing... Wow, this one is involved. So 10... you know, I can see that there's an interesting pattern. I can see that there's an interesting pattern to this. The rounding is it's the difference between, so the sums are kind of being added and taken away and added and taken away, but the rounding is what's creating surplus value, let's say. All right, anyway, 10 divided, not divided by, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, so 4. Then we're not doing anything, then we're moving on to, we're basically just going back up to 10, right, with the blue, and we would be on 10, so we're just keeping it at 10, we're not rounding, and then we're doing the same series of things that bring us back down to 4. Okay, cool. Right, I did that in my slow little way, but I sort of understood the pattern that was happening there. 2 keys, that's glorious. I need them. Okay, I could choose to go back at this stage and like go here, you know, like go here, whatever. But I'm gonna, thank God, this one doesn't actually need a key. So there's something, that is something. Maybe, hang on, let me check my parlor fireplace map. Could be a chance to at least add something new here. Although I don't really strictly need the gems, unless I get study, in which case super useful. 1, 2, 3... Oh, hang on though. This, 1, 2, rank, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... No, this is not my treasure spot yet. Okay, one more rank up. Okay, yep. Yeah, it's diagonally adjacent to aquarium. Okay, because I was going to say, if that's the case, then I won't do bedroom. How would that work though? That's an interesting one. How would that work if bedroom has a permanent hole in it? And I placed a bedroom again on the treasure map X. Curious, like would the coffer just be sitting there? Or would I still need to, would I dig a second hole? That's a curious experiment. Okay, but it's an experiment that I won't do today, I think. I think I might draft bedroom. Let me take a look at this. So we're on rank 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I've already used parlor on this spot. Okay, I'm a little bit more motivated to try bedroom. Excellent, we get a trunk. I like that. Read or die is I'm very happy to see that. Thank you. Thank you, Baroness. Thank you. I'm so curious about you. I want to learn more things about you. I know so little about you. I have your bracelet. We're, you know, like we're wearing the same probably literally the same jewelry. Okay. So again, we need a key. Let's do it. If say locksmith were to pop up, I definitely go for it. These are all gem rooms. I don't really need them unless I get lucky enough to get study. But if I get lucky enough to get study, trophy room would be the one. Yeah, so we'll sacrifice the spot below because I don't want to use a redraw here. And yeah. Jamie Gem Gem Gem. Jamie Gem Gem Gem. No other items. Okay. I am happy to see gift shop being a more common room though. Okay. Given that I'm getting secret passage again. I'm just thinking, could I use secret passage in an interesting way? Don't know. I'm gonna do gift shop because it gives me access to the space I need for the treasure map. So that's sort of interesting at the very least. Nice. Okay. This one. Haha, oh, finally, like an opportunity to use the crown. Okay. Well, the prospect of digging, I think I might... I've at least had the treasure map, hang on. I've at least had the treasure map X on observatory before, but I can't remember if I managed to dig there or not. I can usually remember the rooms I have digged in because the image of like how it changes the rooms usually really sticks with me. I can't quite remember observatory. Parlor is compelling. Like, again, probably, like I'm expecting the vast majority of these rooms, or all of them except bedroom, probably just have normal coffers in them. However, you know, I'm really interested in just experimenting with different things. I actually might do chapel. I think it's an interesting room to dig a hole in. Let's desecrate the chapel rather than removing it from today's pool. I mean, or I could do this and see what other interesting rooms come up. It's a kind of a free... But it does also give us another exit north, which I like as well. So let's do chapel. Let's do chapel. There we go. Hey. Chapel, guess what I'm doing? Guess what I'm doing? I'm gonna see what's below your floor here. I'm just curious, like what kind of a... I can't say it this way. What kind of I'm curious about the type of hole we will see in the floor. Let's phrase it that way. Okay, gems. That's great if we do manage to get a study somewhere. Cool. All right. So regular hole. A little regular hole you have there. Chapel. Oh my God. Let's go. All right. Here, being able to go. So being able to go to the west here would be ideal, because otherwise we're not going to get into this spot. This is a good chance for a redraw. So we'll remove that. I wish I could have... It's so close, right? Cloister is what I was really hoping to be able to get one spot down, but it wasn't... given the situation I have today, it just wasn't worth wasting redraws on that experiment. However, we do have the opportunity for study. It does mean I'm going to sacrifice this spot, but I think it is just far too valuable a room to pass up here. So let's do it. All right. Oh, that's so good because I've got 24 gems. So this is going to be really helpful. I have, in fact, 25 gems. So this is going to be helpful. All right, this is going to be helpful. Okay, all right. So let me try the next round. I'm already like sweating. Let me try the next round of things that I have been thinking about. I have been trying to push myself to come up with some new ideas here. I've just been, because I keep you know, as you would have seen many times before, I keep sort of coming to the same conclusions over again. So I'm like, look, it's not working. It's not working. Try to think in a slightly different direction. However, at the same time, like, I don't think it should be that difficult. So I'm really like, you know, I feel with this one really sort of a bit stuck between a rock and a hard place. Nevertheless, I've got to try some different things. So we know D8 matters, but the way I've been interpreting it is not working. All right, some of the things I have don't translate. I'll just explain them because they're ideas. They don't translate yet to numbers, but I'll tell you some ways I've been thinking. Two of the main ways I've been thinking are D8. I've tried, you know, I've been trying to think, how do I interpret D into a number? But it's obviously not just a number, because I've tried all of the 2 number combinations. So it's none of them. So yeah, how do I think about this D? I've been trying to think about that in a few different ways. One of them is I've been thinking, like, what can D stand for? One of the things I thought about is if we go back to the important message that is related to all of our safes. If we count small gates, 8 dates crack 8 safes. I realize there is 1 D in that message. So I thought, okay, this room, study, relates to, like, specifically all the other things in here are to do with the picture puzzles, which relate to this. I thought, cool, this sounds promising. There is 1 D. This sounds promising. I looked up what at least, you know, I can't comprehensively go through all of my episodes, but I at least found one. The pictures on that D spot were car and card, which is how you get the D difference. And the card notably is a queen, at least with the one I looked at, was a queen of diamonds. So I thought, okay, cool, black queen, queen of diamonds. You can see where I'm going here. That, like, maybe, because it just has a few connections. It has a connection to this room, to the puzzle that's in this room. It has a connection to the safe, the important safe message. It has a connection back to Queen. So this sort of, just as an idea, seems promising to me. However, I don't know how to translate that into a number, especially a number that's not just a single number. So I'm just putting that out there, that I've thought of that, but it hasn't brought me to a combination. All right, another thing I've been thinking is, could the D relate to any particular rooms? So I thought, what rooms do we have that start with D? Unfortunately, it's a lot of them, so I'm not so much feeling this idea, but it's just, I'm just explaining to you, I've been trying to think of some different things and push myself, right? So there's like den, drawing room, drafting studio, dining room, dark room, dorm room, and dovecote. And like the only thing I can really think is dovecote, you know, has dates. So, you know, I'm coming back to the date thing. I'm like, are there dates associated with these rooms? Drafting studio, of course, I've already tried. There's the, you know, the date that's associated with drafting studio. It was the code for the other safe, but it is not in this one. I've tried it over and over again. It's the thing that seems obvious to me, but it is not it. I have tried it. Dovecote has some dates in it. So that's one thing I can try. The letters from Mary. I don't know why that would be it, but I'm just a bit desperate. Okay. Another thing I've tried is just writing down some other key dates that I haven't tried, you know, like I actually might have tried this one, but like 1912 is the date the estate deed was signed. And maybe just other thing, like this room is associated with Herbert. I don't know any dates associated with the Baroness yet, apart from 1912 and the estate deed. But I have quite a few dates associated with Herbert, associated with Simon, etc. So there's various things I can try there. And the other thing I thought of, and I might make this my first go, is I've done this before with the other safe codes. I'm like looking back at the other safe codes. I have all of the information here in my notes. And, you know, just thinking like, what shape have they taken? And this one, it's a bit random. Like some of them are like month day, and that's really common, month day. And I also have another one, and this is kind of the main one that made me think of this. I have another one, the one, in the underground, which is May 8. So I thought, well, maybe, I don't even know why it would be this, but maybe December. So, 1208, most likely. Or it could be the other way around. Anyway, that's where I've come with this. So let me just try a few of these out. We'll start with December 8. Get out of here! Oh, what? What? That was kind of random. No. December 8? Oh, no, it's so simple, but like, why? Why would it be this? I had to kind of... No, hang on. I've got to run around the room in celebration. I can't believe it's so simple. I feel like crying. It's so simple, but why? Why? I couldn't make the leap. The only thing that made me think of this is going through the other safe dates and going, well, there's a May 8. Maybe the D is December. Like, that's it. And it took me, even that wasn't an easy leap of logic to make, to be honest. It's just me racking my brains to try and interpret D in some kind of different way. Oh my God. It's day 87. I've probably seen, I don't know when the first time I drafted study is. I don't think it was in the first few days, to be honest. I think it took a while to find this room. Maybe. Maybe not. It's day 87. Hang on, I've got to look up something important. I will tell you what I'm Googling something here. Nothing to do with blueprints. Nothing to do with blueprints. Yeah, that's right. This was my memory. I Googled the Titanic meme. It's been 84 years. It's been 87 days. 87 days. It hasn't actually been 87 days because I've missed a couple of days. It is it's almost, you know what? I literally think I've missed, my day 2 I missed because I didn't understand about saving in this game yet. And my day, something like day 9 or something like that I missed because the game crashed. I think I have had 2 days, maybe 3. I think it's 2 days that are empty days. In fact, why am I doing that on my phone? This isn't important. I know. I'm not even looking at but just hang with me. Just look at this. Look at this. I think it's 2. Oh my God. So look at how many days it's been that I have been trying to solve this room. So I've missed a day here. And I missed a day 10. Day 10, the game crashed. And I think that's it. Yeah, all right. So, in fact, it is day 87. It has actually been 85 days. We're one number away from the Titanic meme with the old lady in days instead of years, obviously. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I'm glad I don't have to try all of these random freaking dates. The Dovecote dates, Herbert's freaking birthday and Simon's birthday. All right, what have we got here? 2. Oh, I'm so, this room has been my shame, why couldn't I get this? It's so obvious. I am dying. D for dying. I'm dying. So, but I'm so happy. I am so freaking happy that I can now put down here, study is the second letter. Finally. And it's just written with a little 2. I always note down even the way that they're written. It's just a neat detail. And so 1208, which is December. So it's D8. December 8. But what the hell is December 8? December 8? What is it? Like, it's not November 8 when many things happened, many important things. I'm just looking at my calendar like, all right, no, look, I don't need to look at my calendar. It's going to be in the letter. It's going to be in, let's just look at the letter. Thank God I've got magnifying glass, right? Caleb. Caleb, hey? December 8th, M. So is this a letter for Mary? Be prepared for our plans to be set in motion in a month or two. It's all lining up, and all I cannot believe. I bet people get this in just like their first week of this game. Oh. You know, I have all Inner Sanctum doors open. I have all 6, areas of the estate open. I have throne room, grotto. I have the blue door downstairs, and I'm just reading this now. It's going to be my experience of this letter is probably going to be very different to anybody else's experience of this letter. Wow. Be prepared for our plans to be set in motion in a month or two. It's all lining up and all of our hard work is about to come to fruition. I have just learned that several members of the museum's guard... Hello. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I have to pause for a second here because I immediately recognize that G. Ah-ha-ha. Do I recognize that G? I have been waiting for this handwriting. So Caleb, I don't even need to look it up. Like I'm pulling it up on my phone, but I know what it is immediately from all of my crazy handwriting analysis. That is the G. That is at the end. It's in the weird, mysterious writing. Yep, at the end of the Realm and Rune copy that's down in the underground, the foreman's copy. And at the back, it's not the foreman's handwriting or whoever's handwriting that is, but there's text at the back that says Banners, Marshal, Fogg. And thankfully, Fogg has this weird-ass G in it, as we see there. So now I know that this was Caleb. Caleb must have come across this book and used it to understand the Arinda Aries sigil. Interesting. Okay. And he crossed out red and wrote Banners, Marshal, Fogg. So he was finding out what the sigil information was. Oh, so many mysteries. So many mysteries cleared up. Great. Okay, and I'm still in the first paragraph. I have just learned that several members of the museum's guard are sympathetic to our cause. We suspect 2 more to be pure opportunists whose loyalty extends only to their coin purse. Your uncle has already agreed to let us use Mount Holly's flexible floor plan for a trial run, assuming the red print we have secured of the museum's closed exhibit is in fact accurate and up to date. Could that be the missing floor plan? The final found floor plan that I don't have? I did wonder, I can imagine that this is the case because so much of the information that we've been given about the museum and the map that's in the safe house is information of a type that made me think, it feels like I need to know this to go here. It feels like it's giving me information to be here. But really, is this game going to send me to the museum? Is that really going to happen? I don't know. But it would make sense to me if actually it was to bring the museum to me here. The museum's closed exhibit, the red print of the closed exhibit, is in fact accurate and up to date. We should begin these trials without delay once you arrive. If you can, within the next 2 months, fabricate some fiction that might alleviate us of the presence of the servant staff. Until we meet on the shore of White Sands, Caleb. Very interesting. There is so much here that has been so exciting and useful to know. So this is Caleb. This is Caleb's handwriting. And maybe the closed exhibit is the final found floor print for me. Okay, let's make sure we're checking it carefully, because Caleb writing to Mary could very well be someone who will write something secret into the letter. Ah. The game has given me so many hints about this safe code, but they were all hints about, like, the things I'd already figured out, you know? They're all hints about the things I'd already figured out. So I still don't really know how I was expected to make the leap to December. Just like date, D8. All right, let me just reflect on this a little bit. D8, we knew that there was a chess portmanteau here, and that's enough to get me to D8 very easily. And I know D8 sounds like gate, and obviously I thought about the G8 thing. I honestly think that would have been a really good way of doing it, but no. But no. So instead, what is it? D8. D8, December 8, but why would you come to December? Yes, it is a date. I guess, is that it? It's just December 8 is a date. Is that it? That, like, I can totally understand how that makes sense, and yet I guess one of the things I probably got stuck on is that I thought I have to interpret D as a number, and I was racking my brains about that, and it probably got in the way of me thinking, well, how about I interpret D as a word, because it was already a word, date. And so I was like, well, what is a relevant date? I know date. What is a relevant date? And I was stuck on what is an appropriate date for here. Okay, I'm just coming back here to take photos for my phone records, so I can look at this when I go to bed tonight and just be like, oh, the hidden red letter. Look at that, 7 red letters. Now this is interesting because this is what Alzara told me I was going to find. Alzara told me I was only going to find 7. But surely not. Surely I will find another one. I don't know. Oh my God, if nothing else today, this has been momentous. Yes. The frickin' study safe. That means I can always get another gem in here. If nothing else. I don't care about the gem. This can never have a gem in it, and I'd be totally happy. I'm just so happy that I've seen this door open. There could be no letter in here. I would have been like, oh wow, this is the one. You know, that would have been so fascinating. I would have been like, cool, this is the safe that Alzara is talking about. There's no red letter in there when we know there should be. Amazing. I'm just happy to see this freaking door open. I just want this door open. That's enough for me. Oh my God. Wow, I had to take a very roundabout way to get there. I truly did. Okay, where am I? I gotta remember that I'm in this day. That has destabilized me. That has destabilized me. Okay, so let's go up from the gift shop. But this, I only have 2 keys, all right? So I need a gift shop to go up here now. That's the position I'm in. I need it. So we wanna really try to get these other blueprints here. And I've still got this one. So let's save a key for this, if nothing else. So key priority is from here and here if needed. You're kidding me. What sucks about this though is that if I do use the keys for here, I can't do locksmith here because I have to be able to go on. So it's tricky. I can't use this spot. I can't use this spot. I can't use this spot. This is locked, you know, locked. Yeah, all right. Well, we'll see how we go. This is still the most important place to try and go forward, really. Okay. These are all, like, this is great for keys, but okay, hang on. No, we do have the option of going through antechamber to get to these spaces. So actually, maybe, like, actually, all of these will give me some amount of keys, won't they? I'm still in the position, I think, where I have only 2 hallways. So this would double my key count, which is just getting 1 more key. I can't believe how many steps I have. Is this the most amount of steps I've ever had? It's ridiculous. I could easily get more as well. Storeroom will give me 1 key. Music room, however, will give me kind of 2 keys. So I think, like, you know, I could try a berry. I now have other redraws here, though, so that's something. But I could use these redraws to try and get locksmith as well. But maybe what I should do is just take music room for the time being and see if I can draft locksmith from drawing room. You know, that might be ideal. That might be ideal. Let's take the bird in the hand for the time being, because I really would like to just have more than 1 key. Okay, prism key. It's something. We'll use it where we can, where it's appropriate. Would have been great, actually, if I had another room to draft from gift shop, because then, you know, prism key would have been ideal. I've got no other shop currently where that's going to be useful. I don't want to use it from Secret Garden because I want a blue room here. Yeah. Yeah, so it's kind of tricky to think of how to use this, and I can't even use it from Rumpus room or drawing room because they're both blue rooms. So yeah, at least I have 2 keys though. So let's turn back. Oh my god, steady safe. Wow, my head is actually spinning from this. I can't believe that worked. Let's turn back. There's nothing else to do except to go all the way back. Yep. Wow. Trophy room, bedroom, break room. Incredible. Not to dining room, to parlor. Yeah, to parlor. Cool. Kitchen. I mean, I could buy the salad. Like, am I gonna come back here? Most likely not. There we go. Like, it's just for the novelty of having so many steps. Ridiculous. I'm looking around just in case there is a key somewhere. I know there's not, because this would tell me if there was a key somewhere. We might as well spread the gold. Cool. I mean, I don't know what I would do with it. And I'm just gonna, like, double check, because this key thing, yeah. This key thing is tricky. No. Return. Remote. I know it will say there's nothing. Or it might say the one gem is still around. Yeah, 1 gem, 22 coins. Okay. I don't know where that gem is. but it's okay. It's okay. All right. So might as well pick up this money. Why not? And we get interest on all of this as well. So, you know, if there's another big purchase somewhere on the horizon, I mean, we could easily buy all of showroom. No worries. No worries. All right, but everything else there is done. These dig spots are done as well. Maybe, look, I've got so many steps. I can just... Is this where I left a gem? No, it's not. Is there an extra gem somewhere here? No, there's not. The great thing is I'm definitely going to be able to get back to cloakroom at the end of the day. Okay, no gem. No gem in here as far as I can see. Gem? Did I miss a gem in here? Black rook, by the way. Oh, hang on. I think I haven't written this one down. Oh, silly me. I think I have one thing missing from my... Yeah, the black rook was missing its conservatory. I just missed writing this one down. There we go. All right, I have almost everything, and it's probably another room I've missed. The only chess piece that I'm missing from any of the rooms is just one more white pawn. It's almost certainly a room that I've already been in, of course, and I've just missed noting it down. So that's just for me to sort of keep an eye out for, to figure out what the missing one is. Cool. All right, we're done with this half of the house. Since I've got a lot of steps, I might as well go and visit Blue Door and see how it's going. We'll go and put microchips in. Why not? I wonder if putting these microchips in here could do something beyond just opening this door. Like, could this do something to the servers in the freezer? You know? Okay. Don't get trapped in there. Don't get trapped in there. Here we are, door. Here I am. You are so mysterious. I love you. I love this. Let's just try, like... What if it's just as simple as, like, oh, there's a weird brick. There's a weird brick somewhere. Just click it. I love this door. This door is one of my favorite things in the game. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm gonna figure you out. Hopefully it doesn't take me 85 days of figuring it out to get there. I will get there. There you go. I've always promised you guys that I'm going to do my absolute utmost to figure everything out, even if it takes me a while. And boy, did that study safe take me a long while. But I got there. I got there. I got there. My God. Okay, super cool. Wow, so we've heard from Caleb now. Interesting. Caleb, you've been a bit of a mysterious figure. Because Philip, I think, is the handwriting. I think I've figured that Philip is the handwriting that we see on the map itself in the safe house. Alright, so what's my plan here? I think... It's really risky. I've only got 2 keys, but I'm thinking of using 1 key here because it would be the perfect spot to get either showroom or locksmith if I can. Yeah. It's just the best thing I could think of. It would be It would be nice if I could engineer, let's say, I could also go here and have a third option, which is, well, actually, I can't risk cutting myself off here because I need these spots. So this is critical. This is critical for access to here. So no, never mind. I could go here, let's say, and have a third option be secret passageway, and then from secret passageway I could pick, you know, the shop room, and then I'm assuming I would then be able to use redraws to get what I want, to get showroom or to get locksmith. To be honest, showroom is risky as well, isn't it? Showroom is risky because it actually might not have the master key in it. It could be a day without master key. So I don't know how I feel about that. Thankfully we have Emerald Bracelet, which I think makes it, and we have Silver Spoon. Maybe that makes it more likely to have master key, but I'm not sure. I think it might even give you the option to buy double ups. So I don't know about that. I think I might just risk. There's risk involved with everything. I might just risk this one, and let's see especially if we can go for locksmith. And we at least get another redraw here anyway. I'm so nervous about using this key, but look, if nothing else today, we have finally solved the study safe. My God. Okay, so we'll use this redraw. Okay. And now I will start using, I'm saying this out loud to myself to try and be careful. Now I will start using gem redraws. Redraw. Okay, servants' quarters is actually an interesting... One key for each bedroom in the house. I only have a bedroom and then servants' quarters, so it wouldn't get me much. It would mean I would have the one key I currently have, and I would expect to get 2 keys from servants' quarters, which would get me beyond antechamber, as well as beyond secret garden, and then beyond rumpus room, or further beyond antechamber if I get more locked doors there. It's a risk to rely on that being all I need, given how incredibly frequent locked doors have been. But maybe it's a sort of a bird in the hand thing, and it leaves me with more gems. It leaves me with more gems for other redraws. Could this be a sensible enough decision? Let's give it a go. Oh, for some reason 3. Okay. Aquarium. Oh, thank God. Okay, that's much better then. Aquarium. All right, aquarium. I like that. I like that. Okay, good. Good, good. Good, good, good. His little purple socks. Oh, Hartley, your cute socks. Okay, super cool. I do still wonder, like, what if I get all of these bedrooms and then come in here? I don't know. Power hammer? So have I tried power hammer in here? Maybe. I don't know. Let's not think about it right now. Let's not think about it right now. Okay. All right. That's actually a good amount of keys. So let's go and do this one from here. I think I'm well set up. I've got study for, I've got many redraws, and I've got even die redraws. So let's just do this. Let's do this. Use the key. Good enough. Good enough. Okay, I've already done the Blue Note and storeroom. Here is locksmith for me, but I don't want it here. So we will redraw. No blue rooms, we will redraw. I've already done gallery. I could use the crown to redraw here, but you know, I'm not opposed to getting lost and found a little bit later in the day, maybe as another option. I don't know. We'll redraw. Ballroom would be crappy because I need all of these gems for redrawing. I could draft this, but not step into it and do it at the end of the day. Go and do the others. It would keep me from doing the spot in the corner, which sort of sucks because that could be armory, you know, could be throne room or something like that. I think I'm just gonna leave ballroom for another time. I think redraw. I'm a bit scared of it. Armory, but not here, please, not here. I've already done drafting studio. Observatory. I don't think I have your blue note. I don't think I have your blue note. I wonder if it's about your hidden floor plan. No, I haven't done observatory. Maybe it's an interesting one. However, I won't be able to get up into the corner. Let's just do it. Let's do it. Okay. Yeah, see, that's the crate. That's the crate that has the Mount Holly symbol on it. Makes me suspicious of crates. Okay, this could be anywhere. Could be upstairs as well. Could be, what if it's like you have to look through here and it's on the other side of the lens? Alright, no Draxus. That's what I was really concerned about. Bunch more gems for me. That's cool. That all means more redraws. Nice, thank you. However, the thing I'm really interested in it may be up here. Could even be that we have to move the, like it could even be in there again, right? Aha, I see it. I see it. Oh my god. Okay, hang on. So how do I get... It's been a long time since I've done this. Okay, so you can't go down... I have to move you before you can go down further, yeah? Yep, alright. Interesting. I did think they would probably put this in a way where you need to move. Okay. Now, I think if I can move this down, it at least gets me access to the blue note. Right. Though I can't get past it. Probably a bit further. Is that enough? Oh, I love this. The largest planet in the night sky is named after the paragon of Ash. Ash. That's pretty crazy. Ash. So that is that Vaya? Yeah, Vaya. Yeah, the chimney sweep, of course. The paragon of Ash. So it seems like that's an allusion to the... Like, we've heard the term... The White Sands Ashen Shores. And I suppose that's interesting as well, of course, because, you know, the chimney sweep is black and we see the chimney sweep in the stamp for in the Arinda Aries stamp. No, not the stamp, in the picture in the inner sanctum room for Arinda Aries next to the train tracks. Okay, super interesting. Isn't it high enough, or maybe? But it's a nice, yeah, like it's good to be able to make that connection more explicit. Is this? That's correct. Okay. Good, good, good. Oh, super interesting. Super interesting. So observatory is good. Oh man, clearing up a lot of stuff today. Largest planet named after Paragon of Ash, Vaya. So I mean, it makes total sense that Ash, blacksmith, chimney sweep, Arinda connection. The largest planet in the sky. Nice. I knew observatory would have something cool for me. So, alright, 3. So we might as well go down here and see if we can make something interesting from these rooms. Or actually, maybe just given that I don't know how much redrawing I'm going to have to do, this is the more important one. So let's go back up here. Let's leave the other two. I have so many steps. I have over 200 steps, so it's fine. Let's go up. Let's go up here. Let's see what we can make of these spaces and get 2 more blue notes. Okay. Use. 2 more keys. I like that. 2 more keys. Okay. I guess showroom would be useful. We can get into the corner and then just make sure we can turn down. However, because I don't really know what kind of a blue room I'm going to get, like if I go to, you know, the eastern rank, the eastern wing, turn down and do a blue room there, I would have to make sure it's a blue room that can still go into the next spot, that's all. Maybe that's fine. I do have a lot of redrawing ability. Would getting showroom be useful at all, though, is a question that I have. Does it matter? Is there anything that I could get that would be helpful? I'm good with keys now, so I don't think I need to rely on the master key. Let's just get it. Let's just go with this one. Yeah, right. Yep, cool. We can get all of this. Master key. Moon pendant. Moon pendant is super useful. Chronograph could be useful. Could give me a little redrafting. It's not really redrafting though, it's just taking back. It's like being able to look at something and then take it back. And ornate compass could be extremely useful. Okay, look at that. Look at how I was able to use my money there. All right, is that my 4th time buying out showroom? It's becoming my new commissary. Awesome. All right, now this we need to go around the corner. Key. Thank God. I have master key now. Let's use it. Since we got it, let's use it. Okay. Lab is fine. Lab will get me around the corner. And really that's all I need. You know, it would be nice to try for like, oh, let's do it. Let's redraw. Because if I could get like armory here, that'd be truly ideal. That's 2 birds with 1 stone. All right. No, not really. Classroom will give me a bit more redrawing ability, but that's you know, I've already got a lot, so that's okay. Redraw. Redraw. I don't want to take it too far. But at least I do have the die as backup. I need to go around the corner. I can't afford to use a dead end anywhere. Yeah, okay. So I might have to sort of suck it up and just pick whatever's available. Maybe boudoir at least will give me some more redrawing on these spots. And then with the final 2 spots from Rumpus Room, I can go for armory. Yeah, let's do that. Hello, boudoir, my love. My my first safe. All right. Here we just need a blue room that I haven't done before. That will also be a corner room. That's it. So none of these. Thank you, Foyer. I do want you in, you know, other times, but not here. Redraw. None of these are good. No blue rooms. Redraw. God, I hope this works. I've already done parlor, so parlor's not what I'm after. All right, we might as well get rid of this then. I've already done pantry, so I'd prefer not. Redraw. Dang, I expected to have more luck than this. I've already done classroom as well. Starting to run out of the redraw possibilities. I mean, I could do kennel. I'd really like to do kennel, but I just won't be able to do the next spot. This is my last gem redraw. After this, I'm going through redraw die. Ooh, okay, pump room. And it's kind of appropriate because we have pool. Pool was our first room today. Pump room it is. Pump room it is. Okay. So we can check this one off. And it gets us around the corner. Yes. Pump room. Okay. Just immediately checking in the weird spots. Back of a tank, maybe? What if it's in the tank and I have to drain some water? Oh my god. That would be a really weird, annoying problem to have. God, maybe it is that. Thank God. No, it's not. Okay. The massive reservoir below Mount Holly receives a natural filtration from the continuous flow of fresh water from 2 neighboring underground springs. Before making its dramatic exit via a waterfall on the south-facing cliff. Interesting. I wonder if that's relevant, that the water is coming from 2 underground springs. Okay. I wonder how it's even getting into the reservoir. So, that is pump room. Reserve water from 2 underground springs. Interesting. Okay, awesome. Another one down. So, thankfully no key necessary here. And I have enough gem redraws to make this. Okay, I could simply do clock tower. I could simply do clock tower. And it will also give us the tomorrow benefit of keys from the start of the day. Let me just have a little think. Is there anything I'm really, really keen to get from the rest of my blue room list here? You know, Vault is another one I'm super interested in. Wine cellar, honestly. Dovecote for sure. But I suppose clock tower is up there. So let's do it. Let's do it. Let's make this clock tower time. Clock tower time. Get it? Clock tower time, yeah. Alright, let's have a little thorough look down here first. Oh god, it's only just occurred to me, what if the blue note is in there? Oh, please. Please no. Please no. That could be the case. With some of these rooms, it just seems to be locked up. Let's hope not. Let's hope not. Oh, it's just here. Great. This is so good. In eclipses only appear in the north sky. Well, I do know about, you know, the meaning of in eclipse, the north eclipse, so I understand that. But what? Yeah, I don't know how to use any of this information yet. It seems like it is very, very much relevant because we've been given so much information about the in eclipse and the is eclipse and the planets. But also, one of the things I'm really hanging on is the fact that we've been told through using the magnifying glass in the geography room, you see about the rogue moon and or rather the devoted moon, the devoted orbit taking 24 hours. Now, if you have to use the magnifying glass to see that information, I feel that information matters. So I think this is probably, you know, like kind of useful, important, but I don't know how yet. All right, clock tower. The in eclipses only appear in the north sky. And I don't really know what they mean by north sky. Do you mean like the northern hemisphere? Or do you just mean north? North's the direction. Something to think about. Something to think about. Okay, great. So we were able to make use of all of these spaces. That's excellent. And I can still try to draft armory. If I do get armory, I don't have enough money right now to get the axe if it's there. Actually, I might just not have enough money, right? Yeah, because I think I've taken all of my other money opportunities. Alright, so actually it might not be as... Damn it. I suppose that's something I should have thought of. I spent all my money. I spent all my money. Oh well, look, it's probably not going to come up anyway. Let's just see what else we can draft. Just for fun. Maybe just for fun. I mean, I might as well just keep the bracelet with me for now. Again, I still have 210 steps. Like, I can go all over the place. I can go all over the place with no issue. Okay, hey Elzara. Cool. So we'll... prism key's no good anyway. Master key. Okay. What can we do? What can we do? Redraw. I suppose just thinking locker room could have had some extra money for me. Could use current... Let's rewind. Hang on, let me consider this. No, it's no good, is it? Because the master key doesn't work in the locker room. Yep, all right. No, look, I'm glad I thought about this a little bit more, because I thought if I could get enough money from locker room Then I could try drafting armory in the last spot, and it might get me the axe. But with only 2 keys, it's going to be no good. I can't use master key in those doors, unfortunately, even though it makes no sense. Okay, so we'll redraw. Ballroom will take away all of my redraw capacity anyway. Like, you know, there's some chance I could put veranda here. There's some chance it could have some money in it. What else is a possibility, which is a room that goes straight forward? Let me have a quick, oops, let me have a quick peruse. I'm just looking at the rooms on my phone. Of rooms that go straight ahead. Locker room, rumpus room, which we've already used. You know, chamber of mirrors no good without being able to go on all sides of it. Drafting studio it's not going to have anything in it. You know, some of them I've already used anyway. Security's not going to have any money in it. Yeah. Conference room, dining room already used. Bedroom, none of the bedrooms have that. Go straight forward. You know, several hallways go straight forward, but they're very unlikely to have money in them. Veranda. Veranda's about it for the available green rooms. I've already done showroom in the shops, and I in fact spent my money. I'm not going to get money from shops. Red rooms, no. I suppose, yeah. Casino's the only thing I could use to make money, and I wouldn't be able to draft beyond it because it's a corner room. So, yeah, I think veranda's the only hope, and then I suppose the main thing I'd be interested in trying is either throne room or armory, and just seeing how fate plays out. This is, you know, I know I'll probably have digs. Ah, there we go. All right. I knew there was likely that I'll have dig spots in here and a trunk that could have had money in it. So possibly. It's still not enough though, I think. Oh, I honestly think that's still just short. I think that's just short of what the axe would cost if I get armory. However, I do have the coupon book. I think it's still short. I think even with the coupon book, it's still short. So I think I just couldn't make it. But, you know, here we are. Let's just see what we can make of the day. If we get it and we can't do it, it's fine. You know, I could set myself up for tomorrow with sauna, but at this stage I'm not feeling sensible. I'm feeling like risky. Okay. Remove. Mail room again. Nice tomorrow room. But I just feel like I could try, you know, a little money in casino, but I don't think it's even enough to try for, you know, getting allowance increase or anything. I don't know, I could bumble around in security trying to figure out if there's anything I can do there to see the security footage, but like, I don't think I know anything more that I've done in there already. You know, look, freezer would just, it wouldn't freeze that much money. It wouldn't even freeze that many gems. It's fine. It's not that appealing. Parlor, foyer would go nowhere. It would be the foyer to nothing. The foyer to the back of the treasure trove, and I doubt that's what it wants. Okay, only 2 more gems. Okay, last gem. So just doing regular old redraws. It's all I can try. A weird... I'm not going to do this, however. A weird thing that I could try is getting gallery and putting key 8 in the cloakroom. I could try, I could try immediately key 8 down in the blue door. I doubt that's going to work because I just don't think it doesn't have a keyhole. I don't see it working that way. But the other thing that I've also been writing down, like, what could be the possibilities for opening up our real treasure trove box in the outer path. And key 8 is one of the things that I'd like to try. Master key is, of course, one of the other ones. So, but, you know, it's not even on the cards. I don't really want to lose out on my, you know, emerald bracelet while I try that. You know, I think with redraws, I can get gallery, I can get key 8 again. So let's just keep going. Let's see. I suppose I haven't tried calling it a day in Ladyship's chamber, I think, but given that she had a terrible sleep there, I feel like I'm not going to benefit from it. Alright, that's it. And actually, well, it's not it. I've got 2 more redraws. I could go with sauna. I kind of just... I'm just racking my brains. Is there any other way to get money in this house? I don't think so. I think I have all the money that is available to me. I have all of the dig spots. There's nothing else I could squeeze out of it, right? I'm asking myself. I'm just double checking my photos, like, because I'm sure, yeah. The axe is 32 coins. If I get the armory, I'm just not going to be able to buy it. I would be 3 coins painfully short, even with the coupon. I can't sell anything. I shouldn't have bought everything in the showroom. Anyway, it's not coming up anyway. So maybe we just go with sauna and just, you know, enjoy some extra steps tomorrow in honor of, you know, we enjoy 10% of the steps that I'm, you know, kind of finishing today on. Yeah. Okay. Let's just do it. I don't know. I think that's it. I think armory just wouldn't have worked anyway, even if it came up. And it probably wouldn't have in the 2 more redraws I had. Alright, so with that said, we want to drop back into coat check. Which is here. Ding ding. We will check the emerald bracelet because it's my little item of the moment. Thank you. I've seen your blue note. Thank you, coat check. Super cool to see you today. And let's finish as always in break room because I just really love having the key card. I can't do anything with this huge amount of you know, items that I have here. So the moon pendant is just going to give us 2 of whatever this is. Okay, but my houses, yeah, I've got to go back this way. My houses are not connected. Oh man, I feel such a weight lifted from having that study safe open now. Crazy. There's still the weight of how long that took me is still there, but my God, to finally have it open, to not have to look at those notes anymore, to not have to think about it, or in addition to that, to be able to think about it in new ways, you know, in all new ways now, to think about Caleb and what the hell he means about this red print, you know. Oh, that's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Okay, break room. I've got 2 of them, and they are both in this direction. This direction, not in the closet. Excellent. Yeah, man, if I hadn't bought that salad, I could have had enough. Oh well. Okay, this one is the closest one. Great. Great, great, great. For all I know, we might even finish tomorrow, or start the next day with 2 key cards from this. I don't know if it's possible. I don't know if it works that way. And I certainly wouldn't do anything, I think. The Garden Shopping Centre of Tomorrow. Yeah, nice. I don't often do Clock Tower. I'm really happy to have seen that blue memo. Some really interesting ones today. Yeah. Stuff about the reservoir, stuff about the eclipse, and and about the ash connection with Vaya. It all makes sense. It all clicks together. And nothing could be as victorious as opening that study safe. That is huge. I'm really interested in how you guys feel about this. I am really interested. Oh god, it's been so long. Thank you for your patience, everyone. But I did it. We did it. We got there. Oh man. I'm also curious if anyone else had trouble with that one. Just, be nice to sort of, hear if that took you a while or if you got it really quickly. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I'm super excited. I feel like I feel like I'm kind of learning some new things, but also investigating in some new ways. So it's feeling quite exciting to keep trying some new things. All right. See you in the next episode, everyone. Bye-bye.